Sometimes the mic just does that, just decides to not work despite me not doing anything differently. But basically, good morning. The market looks great despite all the uncertainty going on. Creator bid breaking out right now. It looks like it's trying to reclaim the March 2025 pump that it had, where it basically just went straight up from the lows and then has been forming out a nice little cup, potentially cup and handle pattern, but it's really looking beautiful, especially with the Kaito partnership and leaderboard that they have. Everyone is talking about creator bid. I hate that the mic does that, but it is what it is. If we go look at the broader markets for a second, Bitcoin is chilling at $107,500, went up 100 since I was talking last. It is really, really looking gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, everything looks really good. When the war was breaking out over the weekend, it looked like Bitcoin was going to fall down and potentially revisit 95,000 down at the bottom section here with the moving averages, but it didn't end up happening like that. The market really wants to go up. That's honestly what the market wants to do. And yeah, any kind of war FUD, generally speaking, is a good buy the dip opportunity, just because the response to any of that is to print money, and printing money makes it so our bags are worth more in the longer term, right? It's Monday. I know. Monday type activities. Love the dose of silence every now and then. Keeps us on our toes. Good. It's intentional, Stare. It's intentional. Ethereum holding up more right now than Bitcoin, but the chart's not looking as good as Bitcoin. It does look like if we get a close around these levels today, we'll have closed above the 200-day moving average, which would be really nice. But I do want to see Ethereum push to 2,900, maybe 3,000 for us to really get a good next leg up in the market here. It has been patiently waiting, chopping sideways for this moving average to come touch it, and it looks like it's about to. So that is very exciting. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking great. The total crypto market cap, I want to show you guys that actually. Let's go look at the total crypto market cap, and we're going to compare it to the money supply, because I think that the total crypto market cap is a better representation than just Bitcoin compared to the money supply. We had a breakout here up on the total to above all the moving averages, and then it came down, tested the 200-day moving average, and is now looking like it's attempting to break out and up and out of this wedge that it's been in. It's been a nice downtrend this whole time for total, despite Bitcoin making a new all-time high. The rest of crypto has been falling behind. I do think that's going to change here shortly, and we'll see the total crypto market cap go for that next rally, especially if we get rid of the moving averages for a second and we just go take a look at the money supply. To me, it looks like total crypto is right here in the total monetary supply, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Where we're lagging, but we have yet to actually break out above all-time highs. So I do think total will break out to that $4 trillion threshold here in the next move, and I think it happens pretty quickly. I think it would have happened if Israel and Iran hadn't started attacking each other, but that just kind of postponed it a little bit. I do think that we are on track to push up to that $5.5 trillion marker on total crypto market cap, which would be almost a double up. And in that, hopefully, we can see dominance of Bitcoin come down, but I'm not banking on it. This has been the Bitcoin dominance cycle. Look at that. I don't think I've ever overlaid the total global monetary supply with Bitcoin dominance, but it's pretty spot on. That's kind of crazy, actually. Let's go to the weekly chart so we can get a little bit more data here. Damn. That's really correlated without any of the lag either. So Bitcoin dominance goes up whenever the total global monetary supply goes up. So maybe what we need is people to stop printing money, and then Bitcoin dominance will fall and we can get that altcoin rally. That's interesting. I'm glad that I accidentally showed you guys this here today, because it's been like that arguably since May of 2022, but I'm sure you could go back even further. No, it's really just been since May of 2022 that it's been like that, but interesting, huh? Either way, yeah, how are you guys doing? How was the weekend? hopefully y'all had a good weekend. I've got a lot of good DeSci news to cover here today, and then of course we're going to talk about Bill towards the end of the live stream. I spent a good chunk of the weekend working on Bill, but I hit some roadblocks and some errors that I had to take care of. So I'm working hard today to get the partnership finalized so that I can get the news out to you guys, but I don't want to prematurely say any of it to you because I don't want you to be discouraged in any way. But things are good. Things are looking good. If we go look at Bill, actually, my knee is hurting right now. If we go look at Bill, he's up 35% today. So he is moving a bit. People getting ready for the partnership update. I think it'll be a good one, but I am very biased to it. 13 minutes ago, we had $700 come through. So hopefully this breakout sends us up to like 6 or 7 cents. That would be my ideal scenario here, to get us from 1.5 up to 6 or 7 cents so that we can be putting in those higher highs again instead of this slight downtrend we've been in. But let's go ahead and get into some of the DeSci news for all of you fine ladies and gentlemen. First up, we have an announcement from WellShare Health. Our co-founder, Murad, will be speaking at Nordic Blockchain Conference 2025 on the panel of Empowered Patients, taking ownership of health data in the Web3 era, discussing how blockchain and Web3 are transforming healthcare. So this is really good. This is really cool to see them getting to speak in front of people that are not all 100% crypto related. It's good. Getting more and more exposure. And then we have Stadium Science, broadcasting that your sleep data could earn you $400. You wear the WAP, your Aura Ring, or you wear your WAP, your Aura Ring, but do they reward you for using their product? The answer is no. But Stadium Science does. The world's first sleep to earn is here, starting tonight as soon as you fall asleep. So you download their app, connect your wearable devices to it, give them your sleeping data, and they will earn you some money, which is nice. $400. They could earn $400 from that sleeping data. That's not a small reward at all. So definitely go sign up for their platform if you haven't signed up for it. If you have those wearable devices, I really want to get one of those wearable devices. I just have not gotten it. And yeah, I think I'd be crushing the sleep score. I get some pretty good sleep. When I'm out, I'm usually out like a rock. So I'd probably put everyone to shame on the leaderboards. But I don't always get 8 hours, so there's that too. Next up, we have Bioprotocol. Last Monday, they ended their hackathon, and they had something like 60 different submissions. And so tomorrow, they will be announcing the winners of that hackathon. We'll see what goes on, but apparently they're going to have a panel on scientific agents with ELIZA OS and Origin Trail. So that'll be really cool. ELIZA OS account suspended. That's suspicious. That's unfortunate for them. It'll be really cool to get ELIZA OS talking with Bioprotocol on the different agents and the different advancements that they have going on. We have a very, very small crew here today. I don't know if it's my live stream glitching out or something, but it's all right. No, you don't have to check. It's okay. Thank you, though. I will check. And then the next post here was from genomes.io. So all the new VEARO, I don't know how to pronounce it, holders get genome pilled. So you guys saw that Coinbase will be integrating all of the base tokens on Coinbase, and now you'll natively be able to go just purchase anything, even if it's not listed on a centralized exchange. So Coinbase is integrating DEX capabilities, which is crazy. The amount of money that's about to flood into base chain is really unmatched here because they're just removing one of the hardest barriers of entry into the space of crypto by allowing anyone with Coinbase to get involved. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And Genomes here is saying that they are going to be genome pilling all of them with 140% APR, which is really, really crazy actually. So I would try and take advantage of that if you can. You guys get to know about it before everyone else floods into it. This is really exciting. Vero holders vote for Genome/ETH and get 140% APY. So that should open the door to a lot of the DeFi people entering into DeSci through Genomes on Base. Again, Coinbase getting all of Base tokens listed is insane. Genuinely insane. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on it right now. Like, that's going to make Base arguably the most used network in all of crypto. And a lot of our bags are on Base. So it should open the floodgates and have a lot of people partaking in the network. Unfortunately, Base doesn't have a token, so it seems that all that money is flowing into Aerodrome's token right now. Next up, we have a new project on Data Lake's platform, Lake.fun. They are launching the SpineDAO quest on Lake.fun with SpineDAO to fuel the future of spine care using forgotten medical wisdom and AI. This is really exciting to see Data Lake launching the next raise on their platform. We saw that first initial raise and then basically nothing else for a couple months. And so now they are getting ready to launch the next one on Lake.fun, which will be good. It'll be good, especially with SpineDAO. SpineDAO's been getting a crazy amount of attention, and so I think it's good if you can get SpineDAO involved to some capacity. We're rapid firing going through all of these because it is Monday morning. But Decentralized Science London, DeSci London, has some pictures from last month's meetup, which had the Sui network supporting them. So I just felt like I needed to share this with you guys because while it was a very small meetup, they had Sui network there to support DeSci London. So it is just another one of those data points to show that all of the chains are really pushing for decentralized science, which is not surprising. It gives a little bit of validity to each of their chains to show that they're not just casinos. Let's go. GMSG. How's it going? Vibra, sorry. Yes, finally caught a live. W for everyone here. W. GMC90. So Pump Science just boasting about their anti-sniping protocol. So if a hype token launch isn't sniper resistant, it will get picked off. Bots win, users lose. Introducing the Bonding Curve AMM Dual Anti-Sniper Suite, or Badass. Phase 1, they're going to be having sniping fees of 99.99%. So anyone who snipes the launch of any of their tokens will get absolutely crushed. A $1,000 buy order would get wiped all the way down to less than a penny. So all of the money will be gone. The price to snipe is an arm and a leg. Phase 2 will be the bid zone, 6 minutes. It'll last for 6 minutes. Fees drop linearly. Users and bots compete for tokens. It hits 1% after 12 minutes from launch. So there'll be 6 minutes where you do not want to buy at all. And then it will slowly go down, or pretty quickly go down in fees from that 99.99 all the way down to 1%, where it will stay for the rest of the trading time for these tokens. And during that 6 minute phase is when you're going to want to buy if you are looking to buy. And so that will make it so that people will still probably bid at like a 50% fee or something like that, because assuming the token goes more than a double, you can get in early. I would expect people to be paying like 50% fees in the very early days of this trading, just because, again, if you think about it, if you think that the token's going to do more than a double, then you would be willing to lose half of your money up front in order to get in before it does that double, and then you earn back your initial money. So it's going to be a little bit of a guessing game for everyone, but I do think a lot of people will be bidding on it before it even gets to that 50% threshold, because you have the opportunity here to make 1,000x potentially on these. Like, they're launching as if they're launching with almost no market cap. So if they're launching at 100,000 and it goes to $1 million market cap, you're looking at a 10x, which means you could break even if you paid a 90% fee, you know? And if you think it's going to go to $10 million market cap, then you actually make a 10x on it, even if you did lose 90% with the fee. If just depending on how much volume is going. I know you guys get what I'm talking about there, but let's go Wild Africa, stuck at the airport. Where are you going? You're on a vacation or a work trip or just visiting family? But you guys get what I'm saying with that. Like, if enough people bid, it could double before we even get to the 50% fee, meaning you make your money back before the fee's even gone. And of course, timing is everything. Final phase 3, graduated tokens migrate to Meteora. Migration triggers a dynamic fee of 99% down to 2% in 1 minute. Snipers get wrecked again. So right after they finish with the bonding curve, you're also going to want to wait a minute because it starts with a 99% fee when it's graduated from the bonding curve. Does that make sense? So in the bonding curve, depending on how long it stays in the bonding curve for, there's that dynamic fee. And then as soon as it gets out of the dynamic fee, or as soon as it gets out of the bonding curve, you have another 99% fee for a little bit. So just keep your heads on a swivel for that one. Yeah. All right. Next one up, we have a post from Bill here. I just wanted to highlight that Bio Protocol was engaging with Bill. So BioIP is still licensed like it's 1995. DeSci puts it on chain, stakes it, and makes it remixable. And then Bio Protocol was just hyped up that Bill was talking about them. So let the liquid IP flow. Holiday in Italy. Let's go. Your Chrome browser's broken. That's sus. A little scary. A little remnants from when the whole internet broke the other day. Then we have a post here from ValleyDAO talking about myself, how this investor went from a genetic analyst to one of DeSci's loudest voices. Shout out ValleyDAO. Love that for me. It all started with a Vitalik blog and a vision to make science normie friendly. Yes, it did. I'm going to go ahead and repost this, just like you guys should. Go ahead and like the live stream if you're here. I'm trying to donate a membership and it's bricked. Oh, WC90. You don't even need to donate it. I appreciate the thought. The thought is what counts. Let's go, C90. And there you have it. We cruised through today's announcements in just 23 minutes. So if you guys want to just chat and talk about what's going on in the market, pull up different charts and look at things, get my 2 cents on it, now is the time. I'm just drinking some water. Proud sponsor of today's live stream. WWW. Let's go. Big week for Bill this week. Been working on something for several months. Go away. Been working on something for several months here with Bill. Can you go away, please? I don't need your pop-up blocking some of my content. Thank you. Several months of building, finally about to be put to the test. Really good timing too with the recent excitement around Creator Bid X Kaito leaderboard. This is going to be good. All eyes are on Creator Bid right now. And so us getting to push Bill's capabilities out to the public here are going to be really, really nice. It is incredible timing. And Bid getting a little bit of momentum here, or Bill getting a little bit of momentum here, hopefully can send us up. Did you see Eagle AI Claw preview? I did not. Let's take a look at Art Gossi EGS charts. Let's look at those and then stare. If you don't mind sending the link to that, that would be really appreciated. 2/3 X on Bill this week. 2/3 X on Bill this week. Let's go. I don't know what that is. Oh, 2 to 3 X on Bill this week. Yes, that is the goal. That is hopefully what ends up playing out. A 2X would get us up here to 3.5 cents, and a 3X would get us up to 5 cents. I'm hoping we could get to like 13 or 14 cents, but I know that is a big ask. If we could just get up into the same range that we were before, that would be really nice. Before the whole market sold off and everyone forgot that agents were something at all. Let's get this rectangle. Like, I would love to see Bill back in this range up here very shortly. basically in a single straight line up is an ideal scenario for me. But we'll see how it all ends up playing out. This would be a good range to get back into and then consolidate for a while. H2O sponsored. Let's go, C90. Let's go. Let's pin this. Oh. I cannot pin it. Oh well. WWW. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate the gift. The $5 will be spent very wisely. Okay, let's look at art. Art's chart. You gotta type in art drug to pull it up though. Sitting on Meteora, it is chilling down here at $180,000 market cap. So we had that initial pump and then it's just been bleeding off a little bit as some of the excitement left. Yeah, it's still in a bit of a downtrend here. Any moment these things will take off, in my opinion, of course, but any moment these things will pop off a bit. And so I'm not trying to time in and out of it. I have my bags packed and I will be waiting patiently for when they take off. Just like with Riff and Euro. Bags were packed, waited patiently for them to launch. Because I don't know when it's going to happen and I don't want to be chasing stuff. So this thing sitting at 180,000, I think that it will easily put in a new all-time high, which is up at 1.3 cents, which is really not that big of a push, but is 6,000% gains to get to all-time highs. So a nice $1,000 in there turns into $60,000. This is crazy world that we live in that you can say stuff like that. And then we got EGS, we got EGS. EGS is the smallest of the pump science tokens, sitting here at $86,000 market cap. It's the same thing. Chart looks a little bit better than ART, but ART had a lot of hype because it had the best data. ART had the best data, so it had a lot of hype, but then everyone kind of sold off and went to the next cool thing. So we will see how these end up playing out with the new studies coming. I do think they still need to get a little bit more trading volume in order to generate the fees to conduct the next stage of research. So hopefully that can come very soon, especially with the launches of the pump science tokens. Gonna open up the doors, have a lot of exciting eyes on pump science. But this chart looks a lot better than ART. And then the last one is Gaussy. Gaussy chilling down here at $111,000 market cap. This one arguably has the best chart of all of them, but I think their data was the worst, which is interesting. Their ability to have longevity in the worms that they tested on was the worst, but the data didn't matter to the chart because the chart looks the best. It's holding up very nice here. Very clear uptrend right there. And we will see. We will see indeed. Let's go check out Riff and Euro now since we're just on the subject and there's only 2 left. And that's not Riff. Riff holding up good. It definitely looks like it bottomed back here and has just been slowly trending higher, slowly climbing up again. Has a long way to go, but it definitely can get all the way back there. It just needs to get that momentum going again, which ultimately, if you look at when these things took off last time, they really started taking off back here, but I'm going to say sometime in November. If you go look at what Bitcoin Dominance was doing in November, we have a pretty clear picture here. Dominance had fallen absolutely off a cliff when these started popping off. So I think we know exactly what needs to happen. We need to see dominance come down. And it is just the story that everyone keeps repeating over and over again. But you can see through here, through the end of November, dominance fell off a cliff and those pump science tokens went absolutely meteoric. I'd never seen anything like that before. And all it was this little bounce down and the attention cycle coming in to DeSci. Now, the attention cycle will return back to DeSci, and I personally personally believe that dominance will end up coming down. I just don't know when dominance will come down, and I think we got another one happening this cycle, but I don't think that next cycle will be the same story as this. I think that there will be enough of exciting times in the crypto market, and the meme cycle will kind of subdued for a little bit, that people will be into DeSci because it is the main utility for crypto and blockchain. Thinking dominance is here to stay, maybe stay sideways. I think it'll be something similar to this, where like we just keep coming back down and retesting this trend line for a bit. I think that's going to be the rest of this cycle. And I know I'm saying it would have been a lot more valuable to say something like that back here so we could have positioned it differently. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that this is Bitcoin's cycle. And that's fine. This is the first time that we've had institutional money there, and Bitcoin is the institutional dream. But I am personally in the camp that in a long enough time horizon, 65% of the crypto market will not just be Bitcoin. I do think that we will put new lows in here. And I think that as crypto grows, it will eat into the Bitcoin dominance for the whole industry. Like, I think there are a lot of beautiful use cases for crypto and blockchain that is not just parking money in. So I think that this will change over time, and we will get a breakdown below 35%. I just don't think it happens this cycle, and it might not even happen next cycle. It might be one of those 10-year long things. But this cycle has just been uptrend dominance. Right now on dominance, we are so far away from that uptrend that it does make sense to see dominance fall 5%, which might not sound like a lot, but it is. 5% is a pretty big fall. We might just see that spike to 66% before falling down to like 60% or something like that. It is a bit overextended in this exact moment. Why has Dynex been so silent on socials? I do not know. I don't really know what Dynex has been up to. Dynex just does their own thing for the most part. Okay, Eagle AI. Let's go check out Eagle AI. EAI. Sitting at a $7.2 million market cap, Eagle AI is back down to the bottom of this range for the most part, which means it's got a lot of room to get back to the top of the range. But with their claw, Eagle AI claw, at 18.8 cents, the future ROI is insane revenue generating possibilities. I completely agree. Eagle AI is one of those projects that just does its own thing. It very much so just does its own thing. And with the revenue sharing, it is a project that I feel comfortable just kind of hanging on to and staking and earning that revenue, because it is one that's actually generating money. So claw is all you need. Let's go. Eagle AI Friday just landed. Weekly recap, weekly market recap. That was June 13th. Stay sharp. Nice. These are smart reports to put out. Week 3 of July, so about a month from now, Claw project will be live. Claw is the only terminal a crypto trader will ever need. Hell yeah. They have a powerful AI too, so that's really exciting to see them working on stuff like this. Like the Bloomberg terminal for crypto, which is gorgeous. There are a lot of projects trying to be that, but I think Claw has a lot of potential here. I do. And I forget what the price predictions looked like, but if they were able to grow the amount of revenue that they were splitting with everyone, I think my math put them up chilling near like $10, $20 if I'm not mistaken, which is still on the table because of how much money they're yielding. It's like a real actual revenue generating thing, Claw and Eagle AI, but that's enough on that. Let's go look at Not, because I just see that down there, SG. I am holding Not. I'm holding strong. I'm holding steady. I think it will break out, and I think it'll have a good run. Again, the majority of the thesis behind it is just that they have Microsoft advising them now. They're in a Microsoft accelerator program, and so I think that's just a crazy thing to be able to claim. and sitting down at a $500,000 market cap, I think it's too easy to just sit on and wait. Obviously, it could fall back down to the lows, which would be pretty devastating. That would be 50% of the money gone that you have in it, but I think the risk to reward is there, because just getting back to all-time highs to the other side is 3,000% gains. So risking 50% to make 3,000% is pretty damn good. I mean, obviously in crypto, you're risking like 99%. You're risking 100% to make anything. They're all or nothing plays in crypto, at least how I do them. Maybe you guys do them a different way, but that's how I do them, my plays. Getting in and just holding and waiting for the market to get super risk on, which it looks like it's trying. The market is really trying to here. Because if we go, we've all established at this point that in order for our altcoins to go up, you need dominance to go down. And when does dominance go down? It's pretty clear. Dominance goes down right after Bitcoin spikes like crazy. So from November to January of last year is when Bitcoin made the crazy run and then cooled off for a second. And you go look at dominance and see that from November until halfway through December, dominance, or till the start of December, dominance was falling. And even into here, November through January, it looked like dominance was falling. And then it found support and continued higher. But during that period, our altcoins went crazy. And so you go back to Bitcoin, you go back to the last time too. So from March, Bitcoin rallied into March of last year and then went sideways for a while. March till May is that little area that I'm assuming dominance fell. You go back to dominance and see that from March to May, you didn't have a fall in dominance, but you did have it just chopping sideways, down a little bit, but chopping sideways. Dominance effectively was not going up, which is interesting. The period that we made good money in was this period, when from December until January. Same time frame. I hope we don't have to wait until the end of the year for it again. Hopefully it's not the same thing playing out again, but it might be. Oh, but if you actually go look at this, it's the same type of scenario where Bitcoin skyrocketed and then went sideways for a while, was when dominance had fallen last time as well in that other scenario. So we will see. It's clear as day to read it, so it's not anything that's super surprising to people. Hopefully we can get the fourth or fifth time playing out. Yeah, she likes to dig on the carpet and then she attempts to leave the room, but she doesn't know how to open doors yet, so then I have to go open it.
She can open it this way.
Yeah. Oh man. How many of you guys got scared out of the market with the war drama that was going on? Sophie was trying to dig to China again. Yes. Yes, she was. It's a daily occurrence. Hopefully none of you guys got scared out of the market here. It seems people actually got scared into the market here because we did not dip even a little bit. Like we had that initial little spike down and it got eaten up, and now we're putting in those new pushes here. So hopefully we can continue this uptrend on Bitcoin. Because that is what we need. I think honestly it's just waiting for the circle. I think the market just saw the circle I've had here and we were just waiting to go touch it. It marked the literal top. The top of the circle marked the top of this push, and then we've been chopping sideways, waiting to touch the circle before breaking out and pushing up to new highs. So that is by the end of the month. So by the end of the month, we should be sitting ready to break out. I think we still have a little bit of chopping sideways. Not scared, boss. Let's go. Let's go. None of you guys can be scared. This is not scary. Not for us, because we're not in the Middle East. But shouldn't be scared for any of you guys. ETH to new all-time highs shortly. That would be beautiful. I want to take a closer look at creator bid actually. Because all of the creator bid agents have been sending the last week, which is exactly what we want to see. Because not only does creator bid have a token on Binance and was one of the first, if not, and was the first IDO on Binance Wallet, or Binance's Launchpad, but they also have the token on Base. And so now with Coinbase opening the liquidity to Base Chain, we're going to see a lot of money flow into creator bid. And sitting at the $22 million market cap, I still think they are disgustingly undervalued. Virtuals, for example, I show it all the time, so you guys are probably sick of it, but I think it's worth driving home. Virtual is sitting at a $1.3 billion market cap, and they are the main competitor to creator bid. So creator bid is launching and pushing as hard as they can, I think, to try and eat into some of Virtual's market share, because I do think that they are doing it better than Virtual's. So creator bid sitting at a $22 million market cap. If it was to get up to the same price point, we have 1, 2, 8, or let's do this. 1, 2, 8, 0 divided by 22 point, I think it was 0.5 or something like that, is a 56.8x on bid's token to get it to where Virtual's is. And so if we go over here to bid, we see bid is sitting at 8.3 cents. So multiply this x by 0.083. You get a $4.70 creator bid token. Creator bid going to $4 would be insane. Will be insane. And that is at the current market cap for Virtuals. So if the market explodes up and Virtuals goes even higher, creator bid has a chance to go even higher than that. That's just where it currently sits, which is nuts. Hopefully you guys can do some moon math on your own bags to see how much money you would have in that scenario. But it's like, I've seen crazier things in crypto. I've absolutely seen crazier things. Creator bid, what number coin are they? Sitting at number 1108 on CoinGecko. 1108. Plus this chart looks really good. For people coming to look at it, they're like, oh, it's found the floor and it's starting to shoot up again. So everything's looking really nice. Oh. Not scared. Let's go. Bought a few things the night the war started. Sol, Arrow, Tau, bullish. Tau, I think, is easy money. It's just you're not going to make as much money as something like creator bid. But I do think Tau down here under 400 is easy money. And then Arrow's just been going nuts. Arrow with the base and Coinbase news has been going absolutely crazy. From 50 cents, just under 50 cents, all the way to 80 cents. So it's almost doubled in like a week or two because of this news. And it's really been holding up super strong. It hit a low all the way down here. Where is that low? Come on. Of 30 cents, give or take. Just 3 months ago. And then, of course, Solana. Solana really trying here. Really wants to break out. You can see it. The RSI wants it to break out. The chart wants it to break out. I think it gets a quick push up to 200 bucks, which is the previous resistance area. Like it was where we bounced a couple times and then we got rejected a couple times. So coming up to it would be a smart thing for the chart to do. And then probably just continue to break out because the rest of the market will be pushing at that point. Especially with the amount of money that's flowing in. See that? I know you see that. Not you. Things are looking good. But you guys have any questions for me? Otherwise, I'm going to go get back into Bill. I need to finish it today so that I can get everything squared away for the announcement and to get everything pushing as quickly as possible. I think I'm going to try and organize some sort of bounty system for people to talk about Bill on socials and kind of try and ride the hype wave with creator bid. I think that'll be a really good scenario to push for everyone. And also with the partnership that will be coming out here, as soon as I have those bugs finished, as soon as those bugs are done, then I can talk about it and we can push it and we can have a great time and we can turn all eyes to Bill. All eyes to Bill. No, I'm still on it. I was giving them a second to see if they wanted to say anything. What's up with Hippocrat? I don't know, honestly. I think you can't really trade it anywhere in the western part of the world. My retirement is in Bill's hands. Oh God. It's crazy. Yeah, they have crazy low volume, especially for such a high market cap coin. And I have never really understood it, but it means it's fairly illiquid in my opinion, which is good and bad. It means that if people do sell, it's going to sell off quick, but if people buy, it'll pump really quickly as well. So figure out how to and do what you want with it. All right, your time's your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing into. I appreciate you guys being here with me, and I will see you in tomorrow's live stream, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard.